During riding lessons, most beginners struggle to find the right balance between overthinking every movement and being completely unaware of their impact on their horse. While the instinct to concentrate hard on every aid might seem conscientious, it could actually do more harm than good. The same goes for the casual approach of just sitting there and expecting the horse to figure everything out. Today, we take a look at the common beginner riding mistakes that horses hate but won't tell you. Too tight grip on the reins. Imagine someone grabbing your arm and pulling at it repeatedly every time you tried to move naturally. That kind of constant tugging would quickly become annoying, wouldn't it? For horses, having a beginner rider pulling on the reins can turn what should be a pleasant ride into a frustrating experience. Reins are one of the most important tools in horseback riding, but when used incorrectly, they can confuse, frustrate, and even hurt the horse. Many beginner riders unknowingly pull too hard on the reins, assuming that stronger pressure equals better control. In reality, this heavy-handed approach sends mixed messages to the horse. Reins are meant to work in harmony with your seat, legs, and overall posture. When a rider relies solely on pulling the reins to slow down or steer, it can cause the horse to feel restricted and unsure of what you want. This often results in behaviors like head tossing, resistance, or outright refusal to respond. Over time, constant pulling can lead to physical discomfort for the horse. Their sensitive mouths are not designed to handle excessive pressure, and improper use of the reins can cause soreness or even injuries. This creates a negative association with being ridden and may lead to a lack of trust between the horse and rider. The key to solving this issue lies in understanding how to communicate with the horse using subtle cues. Instead of yanking on the reins, riders should learn to balance their body weight and use gentle leg pressure to guide the horse. Reins should be used as a supportive tool, not the primary method of control. Developing a light touch and learning to feel the horse's movements will make riding a more pleasant experience for both of you. Horses appreciate riders who take the time to understand their needs, and this small adjustment can go a long way in building trust and harmony. One of the biggest things horses dislike is discomfort, whether it's from an unbalanced rider, poor tack fit, or even soreness from training. And that's why I want to introduce you to something that can help keep your horse feeling their best. The Resona Health Vibe is a pocket-sized PEMF therapy device that helps reduce pain and inflammation in horses, supporting their mobility and overall well-being. Easy to use during daily routines, it's a game changer for equine care. Take Bella, for example, a lesson horse who started showing signs of stiffness after long riding sessions. Despite rest days and stretching, she still seemed sore and sluggish. When Bella's owner introduced the Vibe, they noticed a real difference. Just a few short sessions per week helped her feel looser, recover faster, and stay more comfortable during lessons. Now, Bella moves with ease, stays relaxed, and is happier in her work. No invasive treatments, just natural, targeted relief. Whether your horse is in training, aging, or just needs extra support, the Vibe is a game changer. Check it out in the link below and give your horse the care they deserve. Now let's get back to the things that beginner riders do that horses just can't stand. Mixed signals. Imagine if someone gave you directions by pointing left while shouting, "Go right!" Frustrating, isn't it? That's how your horse feels when you send mixed signals. Beginner riders often confuse their horses by unintentionally giving contradictory cues, like pulling back on the reins while urging them forward with their legs. Horses rely on clear, consistent communication, and mixed signals leave them unsure of what you're asking. This lack of clarity can make your horse anxious or even unresponsive over time. To avoid this, focus on learning how to give precise cues and be mindful of your body language. Your horse wants to please you, but they need to know what you're asking first. Spend time practicing communication skills and ensure that your actions match your intentions. By doing this, you'll build trust and create a smoother riding experience for both of you. Remember, clarity is kindness when it comes to working with horses. Clinging legs. Some beginner riders mistakenly think they need to cling to their horse with constant leg pressure to stay on. For the horse, this feels like a mosquito that just won't quit. Horses are sensitive to pressure, and a constant squeeze can desensitize them to your leg aids. making them less responsive over time. Instead, aim for a balanced seat and use your legs only when necessary. Horses appreciate riders who can sit confidently without gripping for dear life. Plus, letting go of that death grip makes riding more comfortable for you too. Working with an instructor to improve your seat can help you overcome this habit and create a more harmonious partnership with your horse. Over-reliance on the saddle horn. It's natural for beginners to grab the saddle horn for balance, but your horse sees this as a sign that you're not centered. Grabbing the horn can throw off your posture, making it harder for your horse to carry you comfortably. It's like trying to carry a backpack that keeps shifting around on your shoulders. Work on developing an independent seat by practicing your balance and core strength. The more stable you are in the saddle, the happier and more comfortable your horse will be. This will also improve your overall confidence as a rider, allowing you to handle different situations with ease. Flopping around. Horses are incredibly perceptive to weight shifts, so when a beginner rider flops around in the saddle, it's like trying to carry a sack of potatoes that keeps shifting unpredictably. This unsteadiness can make your horse uncomfortable and even throw them off balance. Take time to develop a steady, centered seat. Lessons in balance, posture, and riding techniques will not only make you a better rider, but also make your horse's job much easier. Consistency in your movements helps your horse feel secure and supported, which ultimately leads to a more enjoyable ride for both of you. Unintentional kicks. Kicking your horse's sides without meaning to is a common beginner mistake. Horses don't know these kicks are accidental. They interpret them as commands. Your horse may start moving forward, speeding up, or turning when you didn't mean to give that cue, leading to confusion and frustration. Focus on keeping your legs quiet and still, and be mindful of where your feet and heels are. Over time, you'll learn to control your movements, giving your horse clear and intentional commands. This not only reduces confusion, but also strengthens the bond of trust between you and your horse. Ignoring the horse's body language. Horses communicate constantly through their body language, but beginner riders often miss these subtle cues. A swishing tail, pinned ears, or a tense back are all signs your horse is trying to tell you something, usually that they're uncomfortable, confused, or unhappy. Spend time observing your horse's behavior and learning what their signals mean. The more attuned you are to their body language, the better you'll be able to address issues before they escalate. This attentiveness also helps you build a deeper connection with your horse, making your partnership stronger and more rewarding. Treat overload. Who doesn't love spoiling their horse with treats? While your intentions are good, overloading your horse with treats can lead to bad habits like nipping or becoming pushy. Horses are creatures of habit, and they'll quickly learn to expect treats for every little thing. Reward your horse with praise, pats, or scratches instead. Save treats for special occasions or training sessions, and always use them thoughtfully. This approach encourages good behavior without creating unwanted habits, ensuring a healthy relationship with your horse. Not giving enough release. Pressure and release are fundamental to horse training, but beginners often forget the release part. Horses learn through the release of pressure. It's their way of knowing they've done the right thing. Holding on to pressure for too long or not releasing it at all leaves your horse frustrated and confused. Practice timing your releases perfectly to reward your horse for responding correctly. This simple adjustment can make a world of difference in your horse's understanding and willingness to cooperate. By mastering this technique, you'll become a more effective and empathetic rider. Being nervous or anxious. Horses are incredibly intuitive and can sense your emotions. If you're nervous or anxious, your horse will pick up on it and you may mirror your feelings. This can make them jittery, uncooperative, or even scared. Take deep breaths, stay calm, and trust your horse. Building confidence takes time, but the more relaxed you are, the more at ease your horse will feel. This mutual trust creates a positive riding experience for both of you. Skipping grooming or tack checks. Beginner riders sometimes rush to saddle up and ride without properly grooming their horse or checking the tack. This oversight can lead to discomfort for your horse, like a saddle pinching their back or a girth rubbing their sides. Make grooming and tack checks part of your pre-ride routine. Not only will this keep your horse comfortable, but it's also a great opportunity to bond and build trust. Taking these extra steps shows your horse that you care about their well-being. Forgetting to say thank you. Your horse works hard to carry you, listen to your cues, and keep you safe. While they may not expect a verbal thank you, showing appreciation through gentle pats, kind words, and a relaxed cool-down can go a long way. Remember, riding is a partnership. Treat your horse with respect, and they'll reward you with their trust and loyalty. This simple act of gratitude strengthens your bond and makes every ride more enjoyable for both of you. Horses may not speak our language, but their actions and reactions tell us everything we need to know. By understanding what frustrates them and making an effort to improve, you can build a stronger bond and become a rider they truly enjoy carrying. Beginner mistakes are part of the journey, but with patience, practice, and a willingness to learn, you'll soon earn your horse's respect and gratitude. That's a wrap on what horses hate about beginner riders. Now that you know what makes your horse roll their eyes, you might want to check out 10 things a horse will never forgive. Because let's be honest, they definitely keep a mental list.